Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone.
Hai.
We gonna present our robot. Here we go.
Oh my god.
Damn.
So
This
cute.
is our hardworking team member that made this project possible. My name is Haris Alfi, is my team.
My name is David Prawira Samuel Sitanggang.
My name is Samuel Fernando Damanik.
My name is Muhammad Fadil Hawari.
My name is Adel Mirazaka.
My name is President Ismin Simanjuntak.
Okay,
I gonna explain the role of engineer in our society. What is an engineer? Engineer is create, build, maintain, and support new technologies, essential infrastructure, and aerospace project, and make other specialist work a reality. Next, we have the different branches of engineering. First, we have mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineer design, develop, test, and maintain various types of machine and mechanical systems we found on factory or cars. Next, on the branch of engineering, we have civil engineers. Civil engineer design, build, maintain infrastructure that supports everyday life, like roads or this building like right here, the Polytechnic Negeri Batam building, and other thing we found on cities.
It's chemical engineering. It's a very interesting type of engineering that's important to our modern of life. What is chemical engineering? Chemical engineering focuses on the process that convert raw materials into useful products through chemical, physical, or biotechnological reactions.
Next, industrial engineering is one of branch of engineering in our world. What is industrial engineering? Different engineering branches. In industrial engineering, focus on optimizing processes, system, and resource in various industry to increase efficiency and reduce waste.
Now we have learned about the types of engineering in our world. We want to see what their function for our societies. First, the function of an engineer is research, using the mathematical and scientific concept on experimental techniques and inductive reasoning. Next, the function of an engineer is development, apply the result of our research for useful projects. Then we have design. Engineers select methods, specific material, and determine the shape to satisfy technical requirement and to meet performance specifications set by the client. Next, we have construction. The construction engineer is responsible for preparing the site, determining the procedure that will economically and safely yield the desired quality. Directing the placement of material and organizing the personnel and equipment for the project that the engineer gonna do.
Under the research, development, design, and construction, the other function of engineering is production. Production is main layout. Production is plant layout and equipment selection. Also, the one who choose process and tools, interpret material and component flows, and provide for testing and inspection. Next is operation. The operating engineering control machine, plants, and organizations that provide power, transportation, and communication, determines procedures, and supervise personnel to ensure reliable, economical operation of complex equipment. And then the last, management and other functions. In some countries and industries, engineers analyze customer recruitment, recommend units to certify economically, and resolve related problems.
Industry in which engineer work. First, the mechanical engineer. They one automotive, two energy, three aviation and aerospace, four manufacturing and production, five industrial equipment and heavy equipment. Second is civil engineer. They have 1 construction, 2 transportation, 3 water and energy treatment, 4 public infrastructure. Third is our beloved electrical engineering. We have some interesting jobs like 1 energy and electricity, 2 telecommunication, 3 consumer electronic, 4 automotive, 5 industrial automation. Then the chemical engineer, they work at 1 petrochemical and energy, 2 pharmaceutical industry, 3 food and beverage industry, 4 chemical and raw material, 5 environmental and waste management. And last we have the industrial fellow. 1 is manufacturing, 2 logistic and distribution, 3 consulting and project management, 4 healthcare, and last banking and finance. Thank you.
Next is canteen work. So I will explain canteen work project aim to improve work efficiency in the Polytechnic Negeri Batam canteen. Develop a robot that move around the canteen area, function as a mobile station for collecting the tea that's used by students. Automatically goes to the distribution area where its work is full. Upload plans the system to contribute its routes. Operate autonomously without human control. Because in a project, we will have some goals or aim that we want to achieve with this project.
Now we have know the aims of our projects. We have a problem to solve. Then we gonna solve it with our team members. The problem of we gonna solve is dirty dishes is piling up and make the presence look messy. That can make student eating at the campus canteen feel less comfortable and it can spread diseases as well. For the solution of the problem, we gonna make a robot that can run around the campus canteen as a station for plates that have been used that can automatically go to the washing station to unload its dirty dishes to be washed. And how we gonna do it with our team structure? Our team is consists of 6 members from the robotic class B. The team is divided into 3 smaller teams that consist of mechanical teams for designing chassis, basket, and how the robot component integrated to the chassis prototype and for the canteen board. Next, we have the electrical team for electrical board, like the circuit design and figure a way to power the robot. Last, we have the programming team for programming the whole robot so it can follow instructions and do its task properly.
Okay, in this circuit, I design a mobile robot equipped with 2 Sony sensor and 3 channel line follower sensor module. This circuit represents the first iteration of my robot design based on the idea concept original plans. At the front of the robot, there is one ultrasonic sensor that functions as an obstacle detection system. It continuously measures the distance to object in front of the robot, helping prevent collision by stopping or changing direction whenever the robot gets close to an obstacle. Additionally, there is a second ultrasonic so the robot can determine whether it is currently carrying a full load or not. Underneath the robot, there is a 3-channel light follower sensor. This sensor detects the light line on the board that act as the navigation pad. A sensor channel with either black or white, and And then the Arduino process the tools input to control the motors, allowing the robots to move forward, turn left, turn right, or stop depending on the position of the line. This design is a prototype or early version of the robot electric system at its stage attempt to integrate several ideal features such autonomous navigation, obstacle avoidance, and load detection all together. However, after testing, realized that this design still need improvement. Including major wiring, major power distribution, distribution, and more effort sensor response in real world condition. Therefore, the text in iteration will focus on optimizing sensor placement, simplifying the wiring system, and improving the robot control algorithms to and overall reliability. Okay, thank you.
This includes the session and improved version of our robot design. In this revision, I simplified the system to make it more stable, efficient, and easier to integrate into the final robot build. Unlike the first version, which used 4 DC motor, in this version we only use 2 motors, so we can apply a little voltage to our robot, and we can reduce the use of the budget that we have. And then we use 2 ultrasonic sensors. The first one is used to detect a block in our line, and the second is used to detect the box is full or not, and to detect there is a disc or not. And then we use a buzzer to make a sound when the box is full, and to make sound when there is a block in our line. We use push button 2 to start and stop our robot. And we use the motor driver to control the speed of our motors.
This is the motor for our robot project. This motor illustrates the complete operational logic of the robot from the moment it powers on until the task is finished. The sequence begins with system initialization, where all essential components such as the button, light sensor, and ultrasonic sensor are active. The robot remains idle until the push button is pressed. During the robot doesn't start unintentionally. Once the button is active, the robot begins to move and continuously reads values from the side ultrasonic sensor. These sensors are responsible for detecting whether this is a load or not container present on the left or right side of the robot. If an object is detected within 2 centimeters, the buzzer is triggered to signal a successful loading condition, and the robot then processes to read the front ultrasonic sensor. With the front ultrasonic sensor, the robot checks for potential obstacles ahead within a 50 centimeter distance. If a nearby project is detected, the robot stops and waits until the path becomes clear and ensures collision avoidance. If there is no obstacle, the robot switches to line following mode, where the 3 reflecting sensors, sensor 1, sensor 2, and sensor 3, determine the robot's movement. Based on the sensor reading patterns, the robot will turn left, right or continues straight to accurately follow the track. Along the journey, the robot continues checking sensor to identify the designated drop-off zone where the load should be released. Where when the correct loading area is found, the robot stops and uses the buzzer or LED as a signal to confirm that the load has been placed or retrieved. The robot repeats its decision-making loop, checking sensor, correcting movement, and avoiding obstacles until it detects the end of the path. At this point, all movement and interaction are created and the system enters a complex stop state.
For our beloved canteen board, we have some initial design, 3D design for the canteen board. First, we have this one. The difference from the first version and the second version is the 3D, the 3-channel infrared sensor on the bottom. The second one, we use the 5 sensor one. And the difference between the first one and the second one is the wheel caster. The first one we only use one wheel caster, and the second one we have two. This is our 3D design for the initial stage of the robot development. We have the basket here for the storage of the pipettes, and inside the basket we have an ultrasonic sensor to detect the load of in the basket. And the second one we also introduce the battery holders, and that missing on the first one. That's the 3D design. Okay.
Next, initial component use. We use a set of components come from the half-phase core in Polymatum. That is one Arduino Nano, two motor driver, three DC motor and wheel, four wheel caster, five channel line follower sensor, and six jumper cover.
Our canteen board have two subsystems in mind. We have the line follower subsystem and the detecting the load system. The first system we already tested it. It was successful. The robot can follow the line perfectly using its 5-channel IR sensor connected to the Arduino Nano, powered by the battery and moving the two DC motor with the wheel. And the second subsystem is the detecting the load. We haven't tested it yet because we don't have the ultrasonic sensor yet. But the system works by the ultrasonic sensor detecting is there a plate on the inside? Is it the plate full? By measuring its distance, then it's gonna set in data to the Arduino Nano, where the Arduino Nano gonna decide what to do next with the full load on the canteen board basket. This is what our team envision of the final 3D design to be built for the canteen board. The difference with the initial design and the preliminary 3D design is the final design is bigger and stronger. We have the ultrasonic sensor here connected to a servo motor, so it can detect more freely the object in front of it, so it cannot create collision. Did not collision to other planes. And the other thing is we have two wheel caster and the servo and the DC motor there. And we have the second ultrasonic sensor inside the basket to detecting the load. This robot is gonna be the final thing we gonna build. The final design we want to build at the end of this semester for our PBL projects.
This final circuit design represents the production-ready version of the canteen board, combining key functionalities into a more structured and power-efficient layout. The robot use two DC motors controlled by and motor driver to navigate along the path, while a 5-channel light following sensor provide accurate guidance for detecting and maintaining alignment with the track. Through ultrasonic sensor are positioned strategically, one facing forward to the detect obstacle and ensure conciliation of evidence, and one to monitor the fate of packages and determine whether the load is full. A buzzer acts as an alarm indicator wherever an obstacle blocks the route or when the robot detects full load, supporting operational stations awareness. All components are managed by the Arduino Nano as the brain of the system, with a push button integrated to start or stop the robot at any moment. Power is provided by a dedicated battery pack mounted externally for longer operational routine. Compared to the previous iteration, this final circuit optimized wiring organization reduce component count by focusing on essential feature and strain mechanical feasibility, making the design truly ready for the fabrication and prototyping.
Next, final component for production. This is component that we plan in final iteration for the project of the component consists of. The one is Arduino, 2 motor driver, 3 DC microWave, 4 wheel caster, 5 channel light follower sensor, 6 damper cable, 7 mini circle motor, 8 ultrasonic sensor, 9 LED or buzzer, and last magic board.
Next, we're gonna see our project timeline for the PBL for semester 1 of Polytechnic Negeri Batam. On the first week, we're gonna do a campus survey on the campus area to discover an idea for our PBL project. Next week, we're gonna continue on the survey around the campus area. On week 3, we're gonna present the survey result to our project manager and discuss on the week 4. We're gonna discuss the idea what we're gonna take for the next step on our robot designing. Week 5, we're gonna clarify the vision and task of the robot. After we decide what we're gonna build, we're gonna clarify it to the manager project and what we're gonna say, make it more clear. Make the robot vision more clear. Make the robot purpose more clear. And then on week 6, we're gonna start designing the robot. First we're gonna design the 3D, then the circuit, and then the programming. On next week, we're gonna test the initial design of the robot and the other component like the motor driver, motor DC, and the light power sensor and the Arduino Nano. Nah, then on week 8, we gonna finalize the design and the design and can report on the progress to our manager project. Next, we gonna discuss our project budget summary. In the first phase of the project, we do the idea generation and concept development. In here, we identify existing problem around the campus for project ideas, then discuss the ideas to find the best one. In this phase, we don't spend anything. Then on the design phase, we gonna create the switch device, program, and to be robot design using software on our storage. That software is on chip, Tinkercad, and Arduino IDE for our designing. Here too, we don't spend spend much or anything. Then on the mechanical, we're gonna acquire component and creating initial prototype of testing. Cost estimate for this phase is around 400,000 rupiah. That's our cost estimate for this phase of development. Then on the implementation and operation, testing and refining the created, we're gonna test and refining the created product. Here, we really don't know what we're gonna spend, so our cost estimation is zero for this one. Okay. Next, we're gonna discuss our project budget summary. In the first phase of the project, we do the idea generation and concept development. In here, we identify an existing problem around the campus for project ideas, then discuss that idea to find the best one. In this phase, we don't spend anything. Then on the design phase, we gonna create this design program and to be robots design using software on our storage. That software is on chip, Tinkercad, and Arduino IDE for our designing. Here too, we don't spend much or anything. Then on the mechanical, we're gonna acquire component and creating initial prototype of testing. Cost estimate for this phase is around 400,000 rupiah. That's our cost estimate for this phase of development. Then on the implementation and operation, testing and refining the created, we're gonna test and refining the created product. Here, we really don't know what we're gonna spend, so our cost estimation is zero for this one.